This is the Blackout Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Blackout Podcast, where I get to talk to amazing people that do amazing things. And today I have, help me here, Sarah Hellingwerf.
You're right.
Great. And she's the amazing person behind East Coast Emo Night.
Yep.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Thanks for coming on the Black Podcast
Thank
today.
you for having me.
Okay, what was the idea behind it? How did it come to East Coast Emo Night? How did that happen?
Well, I noticed that LA has an emo night. Toronto has their own emo night. The Maritimes had nothing. So I know there's a niche outlet for this kind of music, and I know I'm not the only one that listens to it. Mm-hmm. So I decided I was going to start my own emo night here.
I like that. You know, I like people that are like, it doesn't exist. I want it. I'm just going to go make it.
Yeah.
And what was the process for making it?
Well, getting the music together, finding the venues, all that kind of stuff. It wasn't hard. It was just getting that first show out of the way and just seeing if it was going to be something that people really wanted. Mm. Mm-hmm.
And when was that first show?
That first show was about a year ago here in Halifax.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
And how, I guess, so you had the idea, you met, what was the venue?
The Seahorse.
So you talked to Seahorse, people like, yeah, sure, let's try it out.
Yep.
What night was it?
It was a Thursday night.
Okay.
I know.
They're like, no, fine, you can give the Thursday. So it was a Thursday night.
Yeah.
And how was prep to get it to happen?
Well, getting there, getting everything set up. I honestly thought that having a Thursday night, it wasn't going to be that great. No one really wants to go out on a Thursday. Mm-hmm. But as I was setting up, the bar manager came up to me. He's like, there's a lineup already.
Nice.
I know. And it actually went around the whole building all the way up to the street.
On a Thursday night?
On a Thursday night. We hit capacity on a Thursday night.
Wow.
Yeah, he came up to me halfway through the set and he's like, we're doing this again. Yeah.
So was it always a Thursday movie?
Nope. After that, he's like, Friday and Saturday.
So, well, how did you manage to get that line up?
Honestly, the music. And I know people, they know that it happens everywhere else but here. And then seeing that it was going to happen here brought the people out. And it just, the music, it's a niche kind of music. And I know that there's other people who sit there and listen to it like I do every day. It's kind of like the 90s music nights they have or the 80s music nights they have. Mm-hmm. Why don't they have emo music nights?
Let's go back to just emo nights as a whole, but then the music itself, how did you fall in love with that genre of music?
I grew up listening to it, much music video stations, grew up listening to Fall Out Boy, The Used. That music always kind of hit me in the feelings, as it did many people. Yeah. And then it just carried on throughout. I feel like that's all I listen to now.
Okay, so then how long between when you knew there was a gap in that first show? How long was that period?
I wanted to do it for a long time, but it took me a while to actually muster up the courage to email the venue and be like, okay, let's do it. I had nothing. I didn't have any equipment. I didn't have a MacBook. I had nothing when I emailed and said, I want to do this. And when he was like, okay, I was like, okay, shit. I should probably get started.
And then what do you have to do to get yourself ready for that first show?
Well, I had to learn how to use the equipment first thing.
Me.
I had no idea. I mean, it's just a basic little system that connects to my laptop. So it wasn't too hard to figure out, YouTube videos and stuff. Mm-hmm. But, and then getting the whole, all the music itself, trying to find that playlist, because you want to play they're all good songs, but the good songs between 10 and 12, and then the great songs at 12 to 2. So it was trying to curate the playlist and then figure out what people want to hear, what they don't want to hear. So the first night was kind of like a trial, I guess.
You were like experimenting with the people right there.
Yeah, me not knowing how to use this.
Yeah.
And just trying to figure everything out.
And like, did you get feedback right away?
Well, yeah, the first night had a few ups and downs.
What happened?
I didn't have the right outputs for the system for the bars sound system, so we had to go through my laptop with an auxiliary cord. Ooh. And anytime the computer got touched or hit or someone shook the table, the music would stop. It'd be like in the middle of a banger, people would be dancing, and then someone would hit the laptop, and then it would stop, and people would be like, look at me. What just happened? What did she do?
Yeah.
So a lot of it was like, okay, well, you got to fix all that stuff for the next one. And then I got a sense of what songs people wanted to hear, what they didn't want to hear. I took requests the first night to see, like, what should I have on the playlist that's not there? Maybe some emo songs that I forgot entirely to put on there. Yeah. So it was a lot of trial and error. It still went well. I think people were drunk enough to not realize that they're having a lot of fun. They forgot the next day that the music stopped halfway through. It's okay.
Okay, so you did that first one.
Yeah.
And how long before the next one?
I think it was only a couple of months, actually, because the venue contacted me. They needed to fill a date. Something happened, and they're like, hey, do you want to come in and do it? It's like, sure. Yeah, absolutely. So they gave me a Saturday. Yeah.
Nice.
Yay. But, yeah, so it was a couple months. The manager and I figured out that every 3 months would probably be ideal here, just so it doesn't lose its, become boring. It's not boring. It's never boring. But people want to come out. Yeah.
Because, in 3 months it's going to happen, and you get ready for that. But, like, so the name you just did, why didn't you do, like, Halifax Emo Night?
I did East Coast Emo Night because I just wanted to stick to Halifax. I wanted to try and bring
Did you know right away you were not just going to do it?
I wanted to do it other places around the Maritimes. I knew right away. Yeah, I wanted to see how it would do here first and then see where I could take it.
And then once you had that first show and you had that great feedback, when did you decide, or like, did you start looking for other venues right away?
I knew I wanted to bring it to my hometown. I know there's people...
And your hometown is?
St. John, New Brunswick.
Okay.
Yeah. I know there's people there. All my friends like this kind of music. And I just would have my friends support anyway coming out. It was probably a few months after the first one here that I started looking at, okay, well, what venues do we have in St. John? I had my friend, Andrew DeGreuter. He actually does all my promoting out in St. John. Yep. And he kind of went around to all the venues and asked and looked at them and asked managers, like, would this be a good place? And so we settled on McGill's in St. John. It's a cute little bar. It doesn't hold as many people as the Seahorse, but the staff there is awesome. Everyone there is awesome. And it's my hometown, so I love going there. So
you had the Halifax one, then the St. John's one.
Yep.
And then where was the next one?
PEI, Charlottetown.
So like you knew, okay, I want to do this show. I don't want it to just be in Halifax, and I want to do it in these cities. And so it's like, okay, I'm gonna learn how to DJ and then learn how to promote this thing. And so do you like have a team of?
Not really. It's just me for the most part, except for my friend Andrew in St. John who helps me there.
So when you do PI and all, it's just you?
Just me.
Holy smokes.
Yep.
That's a lot of work.
It is, yep.
How do you do it, I guess? Like, how do you handle all that workload?
I like doing it. That's why. I don't mind driving these places. I just love doing it. Even if it's for like 10 people on the dance floor, I know I'm going to have fun.
But like, you don't ever have 10 people on the dance floor. You always like pretty much sell out your shows. And then how do you... So it's like monthly in each city, or... It's every 3
months.
Like, yeah, it's... Basically, every month you have a show in a different city.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yes.
So you have 3 cities. So each one gets... Oh, God, my math is... So each one gets, what, every 3 months you cycle back. So 4. So
yeah. I'm not good at math either.
So each city gets 4. Yeah, I think it's 4. 4 times 3 is 12.
Yeah, that's right. I'll just say that's right.
But I think it's 4. If I'm wrong, well, but so and then you circle back.
Yep.
And between shows, like, how do you decide on what songs? Because you took requests for that first one,
Yep.
but you don't do that anymore, I'm guessing.
I still do. I make Facebook event pages for them, and I say, hey, put a request here if there's something you want to hear that I haven't played, or sometimes I'll have a piece of paper with me. They can write it down while I'm DJing, or they just come up to me and ask. Sometimes I don't have the song on my playlist, and I feel so bad, but it'll be played next time.
Yeah.
But each city, I find, they kind of like their own, it's different.
But like it's the same music, right?
Same music, but this city might like this band more. This city might not like this band. This place wants to hear some local bands, kind of like that.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. And where do you source your music? Like, it's just...
I'm on iTunes. I can, yeah.
Okay. If you were to have a team, right? I know you don't have one, but what would each person do?
I definitely, promoting would be a big thing, especially in the cities I'm not in. PEI, my friend in St. John already does promote, but that's really all I need. I do have someone who makes my posters every month, Zach Edwards. He's awesome. So he's already on that. He's on the ball with those. But promoting is the big thing, I would think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A hype team, maybe. They can dance behind me. No.
Well, okay, so hype team. But like, yeah, they come in handy because those people kind of inspire the people on the floor to,
yeah, exactly.
to mimic what they are doing. And then, but like, when you go for these events, because is it usually on Saturday nights or
yeah, usually
it's all
Saturdays
nights?
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you usually go on the Friday or on the day?
St. John, I like to go for the weekend. The past PEI one, we just went up the day of, and I probably am going to do that again next time. Just go up the day of for PEI, stay the night, come home.
Okay.
But St. John, I do go for the whole weekend.
Yeah, because
it's my home. See family, see friends.
Yeah. So, in Halifax, when is the next one happening in Halifax?
May 2nd.
May 2nd.
Yeah.
Do you have, like, on the Facebook page, you just have the dates for each one ready to go, or?
Not yet. Once I get the poster made, then I make the event page.
Oh,
and the event pages will have the dates and prices and everything like that.
Oh, yeah. Man, I suck at Facebook. last year, I got to play in the Fringe Festival. I had to set up a event page. It's confusing, that thing, when it comes to the dates, because the events, like, your event is one day. If it's one day, it's fine.
Yep.
But this one was like, I think it's 3 days, but different times.
Oh, yeah.
It's confusing, that thing. But I mean, I figured it out. YouTube, like you said.
Yeah.
But like, it was stressful. Anyway, so you create the event page, and then just basically people you have a Facebook group for East Coast Emo Night.
Yep.
And then you kind of post it there so these people have access to that.
Yeah, I post it on my personal account, the Emo Night account, and then I just get friends to share it for me. So it kind of gets spread all over the place.
The Emo Nights Instagram is crazy. So let's start with that one. Like, when did you create? Did you create for the very first one?
No, I created that probably a few ones after. Maybe yeah.
Why did it take so long?
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, so you created that one, and how do you even like those? I guess, it's one of those things where some I get and some's like they fly over my head because I don't really know the niche. But I guess the people that it's for get it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How do you decide which one to put when?
Oh, I just collect memes as I go, and I try to throw out funny ones every day just to keep people laughing, basically.
Yeah,
they give me a good laugh, yeah.
So it's like, if it makes you laugh, it's going on the page?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And most things make me laugh, so.
Okay, we'll come back to East Coast Emo Nights. But the other thing I noticed about your page is you take photos of like concerts, and like they're really, really good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, they are. Like, cause in my mind, right? As in, I mean, I shoot, but like, I'm not like a shooter. But so it's like, for me, it has, you know, you have to light it perfect. Like, I'm spoiled because I come from the world of film.
Yep.
Like, everything has to be done right, and the light is great. But in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, you have to basically time everything, or just take a bunch of photos.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Just hold down the shutter.
yeah, like just take a bunch of photos, because like and flash.
Most venues don't allow flash.
Yeah, because you might throw somebody off.
Exactly. Festivals are a different thing. If you have a filter on your flash, that's okay. But like the Scotiabank Centers, places like that, don't want flash for the artists.
Yeah, because you don't. So it's like,
you'll work with what you got.
God damn it.
Yeah, they could be in complete darkness, and we have to work with that.
But I mean, you still play with it in Lightroom afterwards.
Absolutely, yeah.
God, I can't even imagine that. So I guess, okay, so you like you get your pass, you go into the event, you know how many artists are playing. How does that work though? Because they're like 10 or maybe 5, whatever number, depending on the events. Like sometimes it's 20 people. How do you, like, are you allocated a place?
No, we just hop over each other. A lot of us know each other now. We're all friends in the community, so we all show up at the same events, and we are like, okay, do you want to go here? I'll go there. We're like pointing at each other, like, do you want to come over here? And then we switch. It's like that.
Yeah, because I try to imagine, like, if I get a nice spot, I'm getting like all these shots, I'm gonna like monopolize it. But now you monopolize it now, and then the person walks over to the other side. The fuck, what are you gonna do, right? So how did that start for you?
So basically I just started as a hobby. I just wanted to take photos of my friends' bands, stuff like that, just to get into it for fun. I was shooting at this little festival, Poco Logan. I think it was a couple of years ago now. Just my friend's band was playing. I told them I'd shoot for them. And I was just looking through my camera lens. I wasn't even looking where I was going. I was walking backwards, and I stepped on a guy. And he's the guy who runs the East magazine, Alex Cook. And it was that interaction. I got a message from him a couple months later saying, like, hey, I noticed you were doing this at Poco Logan. I saw your Instagram page. Would you be interested in shooting for the East magazine? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I stepped on the right person at the right time. Yeah, he gave me the opportunity kind of out of the blue, just to try out, and I've been with them ever since. Yeah, he's given me some awesome opportunities to shoot for bands that I never thought I would get close to, like City in Color. Just
there's this one photo. It's just this singular guy in like green light. I think it's like the most recent photo you have on your Instagram. I didn't set up the screen, so sorry, you can't see it. But it's really, so you get there, and then the artist comes on, and like, do you get to shoot through the entire set, or like?
Depends on the venue.
Okay.
The Scotiabank Center was just the first 3 songs for each artist.
No matter how many songs.
No matter how many songs they play, the first 3, just so it doesn't distract the audience. Like, we're up front, we could be distracting, running around. So just the first 3 songs.
For everybody shooting.
Everybody.
So if you have like 5 people, maybe, but if you have like 10, 15 people, that's gonna be shitty for.
Yeah, we're all walking on each other. So you really need to get those good, like, I find the first song is a lot of trying to play with the settings on the camera and figure out the lighting. And then the next 2 songs is like, okay, I really gotta get some good shots, so let's hold down the shutter. No. Yeah, certain venues it's different. The marquee, depending on what band might be playing. Like I shot Monster Truck, and they only wanted me up there for the first 3 songs. I think the last photo you were mentioning was it's Scientists of Sound that I went to. And I could have just shot the whole thing if I wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah, it really all depends on the venue, the person playing, and everything like that.
Oh man. Who shoots your shows?
My shows?
Yeah.
No one.
Yeah, it's kind it sucks when like you're the person kind of dare to do stuff for your friends, but because they don't do that thing, then you don't have someone doing it for. Oh man! So wait, so you just like Instagram from people like sharing the story that night?
Yeah, I actually I should say I do have a friend in St. John, Tyler Ellis. He does bring his camera out every now and then. He'll shoot some photos and a couple videos and send them to me at the end of the night. And he just does that to do that because he's a photographer too, and he can't go anywhere without his camera. As we're all like that. Yeah. But I don't really have anyone designated to shoot me or shoot the show or anything like that.
Wow. And okay, so now like you've done this for years, pretty much like steady now. What are some plans moving forward?
Now with Emo Night, I really want to get into Moncton. I've been trying to find a venue that will allow me there. I've just been trying to reach out to multiple places, and I also want to bring it to Newfoundland. I just want to kind of expand it still. Yeah. Get more places. Wow. Share the music.
Yeah. So there's PEI, New Brunswick, Halifax, and now. So once you get into Newfoundland, you have all of the East Coast wrapped up then.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. So is it just that you love the music and that's it?
That's basically it. My friends and I, when we would get ready to go for a night out, we would make our own playlist of this music and just get ready to this kind of music. I'm like, there's other people out there that are doing this and listening to this kind of music, getting ready. They can listen to this and then come out and listen to it some more.
And then you play for the 4 hours straight.
4 hours straight.
Just you?
Just me.
Are you ever gonna get other people to play, or?
Maybe.
Do people ever reach out to you about them playing? Or?
I've had a couple people reach out who wanted to like maybe open the show for an hour or like end the show for an hour, stuff like that. I've looked into it. But we'll see. I have too much fun.
How do you like stand for 4 hours though? Because you're pretty much standing.
Couple beers.
Okay, so walk me through like your set, like your system, I guess. So you have like the DJ thing, and then it goes into your laptop. How does it all work?
Do you mean like when I like this whole system?
This guy.
Well, I have playlists set up. It's honestly, I'm basically a play and pause kind of DJ, but I try to pick the songs that will run into each other the best. So one song ends, this one's gonna sound really good going into this next song. Oh, okay. So I try to transition them decent enough. Yeah.
That's kind of the system of. That's how the system works. You just plug in the songs you want, and then.
Yeah, I've made playlists for each city. So.
Oh yeah, because you say they're all like different songs. I don't get that one. I just isn't it kind of like global and stuff?
Yeah, but again, different. I don't know why it's different in different places, but it's just certain cities like different kinds of music.
So, and that's based off the like suggestions that they put on Facebook.
Yeah, requests and everything like that. People, what they want to hear, what they don't want to hear. It's basically what people tell me.
So now a show is coming up. I don't know how far away from a show do you start getting requests?
Well, as soon as the event page is up,
okay.
I ask for requests. And I mean, people can message the Emo Night group whenever they want, the page that I have up, if they want to request anything. But a lot of people will just place requests on the event pages. Or just the night of. They come up to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Wow. And I guess, okay. Well, people reach out to you and you're thinking about it. But like, if you were to get a DJ to come and play. Wait, so what you do your own shows now? Do you still go out to other shows and that you're not shooting? So you're just going out on a night out to this event. Do you have time for that now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm trying. Where do you make this time?
Yeah, no, I coordinate everything, okay, I guess. Yeah. I try.
And you're in a relationship too?
Yeah.
And you have time for that too?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a question, and then we'll just clear it up, and then you'll show me how this thing works.
Sure.
But before this, I'm going to ask this though. Say you get into Newfoundland, it's there. How long do you see this going for?
That's a good question. I'm gonna go for as long as I can. As long as I can, and the bars will let me, and I'm just gonna keep booking them as much as I can. I love doing it. I don't see it stopping anytime soon. Mm-hmm. I hope not.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm thinking if you're doing it because you love it, and then you get the feedback you get, you'll always get venues. So if it just keeps going, do you ever play at festivals and stuff?
No.
Will you ever play a festival?
I'm not sure it's the type of thing
Festival
that
means-
it's really not. Yeah. Yeah. I would love to try and get into something like that, like producing my own.
Oh.
I haven't tried it yet. Haven't taken a shot at it, but I might. Okay. But I just don't think Emo Night's really a festival kind of thing.
Fair enough. It's like a unique, special.
Yeah.
Let's go listen to our type of music. Yeah, those memes kill me though. Like, okay, so yeah, what is the handle for the Instagram page for?
East Coast Emo Night.
Sweet, straight up. I like
Easy.
that. yeah. You don't have to think. Okay, you don't have to think. It's like that's what it is at East Coast Emo Night. We'll just take myself out and clear stuff, and then you can go play 1 or 2 songs.
Okay.
Thank you very much for coming on the podcast.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Door. I don't wanna take your precious time. They're gonna clean up your looks with all the lies in the books to make a citizen out of you. Because they sleep with a gun and keep an eye on you, son, so they can watch all the things you do. Because the drugs never work, they gonna give you a smirk, cause they got methods of keeping you clean. They gonna rip up your heads, your aspirations to shreds, another cog in the murder machine. They said I'll teenagers scare the living shit out of me. They could care less as long as someone will bleed. So darken your clothes, I'll strike a violent pose. Maybe it'll lead you alone, but not me. The boys and girls in the clique, the awful names at the stick. You're never gonna fit in much, kid. But if you're troubled and hurt, what you got under your shirt will make them pay for the things that they did. They said, "I'll teenagers scare the living shit out of me." They could care less as long as someone will bleed. So darken your clothes, I'll strike a violent pose. Maybe it'll leave you alone, but not me. Oh, yeah.
This is the Blackout podcast.
Thanks for listening.